Whole block nods when the weekend comes. Still we rise when the work gets tough. That American heart is rough enough. USA, keep it loud, USA, that's my crowd, From the river to the block, we don't fall, we don't stop.
All systems
Recording
good.
and
All systems go.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of the Loud and Wrong podcast, Sundays at 11 o'clock. Thank you guys for supporting and being here this morning with us.
episode 13.
Episode 13. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. How about you, Frank?
I did. Putting the wifey on Star Wars this
Ooh.
week. We done watched so many movies and shows.
Where'd you start?
We started with episode 4. You started how it
Okay,
came
New
out.
Hope.
But we have totally bypassed. We're not even going to touch none of the newer stuff, like the
Smart
third trilogy.
Smart move.
We're going to wait for that. How we doing on the
That's so sweet. That is
Yeah, no,
so
she
nice.
likes
That is
it.
so
I knew
nice.
she
I
would.
love shit like that.
I knew she would. So she used to clown me almost all my life when I'm watching Star Wars and Ahsoka and the cartoons. She's like, "You're watching cartoons again?" You know, fun. You know, not like on some hate
Nerd
shit.
alert.
Right. But now she's watching it. She's getting into it. She knows the characters.
Yeah.
Luke, Darth Vader, all of them.
I'm so jealous of people who aren't jaded because I'm not sure how jaded you are. Like, I can't watch anything and like, be like, oh my God, he's so fucking awesome without being like, what the fuck is this trash? Like, what is this? Get this garbage out my face. Because I've seen so much. And I'm not even saying the stuff I've seen, let's say Star Wars, for instance, that is like Academy Award winning. But like, to me, when I see like, I like the Ahsoka show, don't get me wrong. But like there was a new trailer for it that came out.
Yeah.
And it didn't hit. It didn't hit because of the dude who had a lightsaber with two.
The black things on his face?
Well, it wasn't even that. It was the copper crystals in the middle. So how does that work? So there was two lightsabers on the ends, like it's a staff. But then there was like a space that he can hold. Then there was another lightsaber part in between.
Oh, I missed
then there
that.
was. I was like, what is this weapon? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
You know, but that's good. I'm happy people can watch that stuff, and because once you get into Clone Wars, oof.
Bro, Star Wars is timeless. You don't.
Timeless.
It has sci-fi. It has drama. It has love
Space
stories. It's a lot of people, especially my wife. I think she thought it was just like action and war and all that.
Machismo.
When you get into all the story and deep into it and all the characters and everything, it's timeless. It's classic. It ain't going nowhere for the next 500 years.
Oh yeah. I mean, they need to do better now. I always thought that the best thing they should do is kind of fast forward like 500 years in the future, and the Sith and the Jedi are pretty much political parties. That's the only way to do it. Get rid of the Skywalker family. I get there's space Jesus and all, but
The one, well, no,
Yeah.
Space Jesus was Vader. He was
Anakin,
born of the
Space
virgin,
Jesus,
the virgin
virgin
slave.
death. They're meant to bring balance to the force. It's what's so funny about Star Wars. Spoiler alert. The crazy thing is the Jedi thought balance to the force was, we're gonna have an
Everything
army
good.
full of you guys, and then one Sith shows up and gotta kill the Sith. And we're like, wait, hold up, man, that's not balance.
Yes.
So you can't predict the one thing. You have a guy that's meant to bring balance to the force. There are 100 Jedi fighting the war
Thousands,
against
yeah.
two Sith.
And they ruled for 1,000 years before that. Sith were gone for 1,000 years. So they have this prophecy about balance, and they didn't cross their mind that maybe balance is
The opposite
getting
way
rid of
that.
y'all motherfuckers. And Sith stepping in and doing
Because in
things
all
that-
actuality, it does, and it kind of can lead into the podcast somewhat. It is just two political leanings. I believe in managing the galaxy like this for whatever my reasons are. You feel like managing the galaxy is like this for whatever reason. And it seems like one is more of a police state.
But deeper than that, it's when you get into it, is the both sides are being played by the same person. There's on the hierarchy, whatever. At the top, there's one person running the shit on both sides, and that's what we talk about. You know, when
Coldest reveal. I'm not going to take too much, but you want to talk about one of the coldest reveals is when you kind of put together how everything was done.
Right.
And how, like, in current political states that works. You know, like you said, one person pretty much orchestrating things, so many different bodies actually financially making money off of it. And then you have the people who are actually in the actual fight efforts.
in the shit, right?
And they are probably the smallest of the small.
And they are oblivious to that they're a pawn, that they're being used. They think they're fighting for whatever their values and things are, but they're being deceived and manipulated. And at the top again, there's somebody who separated them. He got the army, he got the droid army over here, and then he made the clones for the Jedi. They go ahead and just use them. Like it gets deep. It's a reflection of our real reality, real life,
real politics. And you know, it's funny. Like some of the most poetic stuff. I know New Age people give me a lot of junk about like liking some of this stuff. But Maul, for instance, Darth Maul is one of the characters from like the very beginning, I guess, and his arc is so like deep. Like you go from being this person that believed in one thing because you were trained to do this one thing to becoming someone who's thrown away and led to be a patsy. Then you start to try to maneuver on your own. And towards the end of his arc, he has one of the best lines ever, which is, "What did they do to us?" Like, like he could have lived a life in 50 years. But he was so engulfed in this war, manipulation, ideologies.
And that's what a lot of people do. Like, so Star Wars is dope. I'm excited, hell excited. The wife is getting into it. If you don't know Star Wars,
great bonding moment.
We should start with the movies and then go into there's comic books, there's novels, there's fucking TV shows.
Novels are pretty good. I got into novels for a long time.
Yeah, I got a lot of novels. I got comic books, not as nearly as much as I should have. But yeah, no, it's super dope. And it reflects life. Oh, we finally live on this. I was waiting for this shit to update.
Oh, okay.
But we're doing live on the Rumble.
Live on Rumble. Please like, subscribe. Come on, guys. We're trying to get some of these numbers up so we can give you as much great content as possible. Not for any financial means, honestly. Honestly. But
what about your week? That was my week.
My week was good. I'm prepping to move again. Got a new property I'm getting prepped for. Work, just getting back into the swing of things. Life. Life is life, man. Life is life, and the best thing about life is you keep getting days. So if you get a day, make sure you're being as positive as possible, and just appreciate the air you're breathing. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's been, I ain't gonna say slow. I've had a lot of stuff going on. My daughter's going to pre-K Monday.
Wow.
Oh, guys.
She be graduating high school like in 3 weeks.
Bro,
it's gonna go fast.
Met the teacher. Wanted to go in there and like super flex, like don't you ever let nobody. But then I was just more like about to cry, man. Just watching your daughter about to be out here with little kids walking around and like, watch out for my daughter, But
big old book bag.
Been buying stuff. It's so crazy how you know the stuff your kid needs for school. They'll even have a list, man.
Bro, I never understood 15 boxes of napkins. Like, why we need all these tissue boxes for all these? Like, bro.
I pay a shit ton of money in taxes. These teachers better have everything they fucking need.
Why the schools ain't paying for this shit?
Yeah. And you know what's even crazy? I'm such a bootlicker sometimes. So y'all love this in the comments. I was out there. Look, if I had time, I was going to buy that teacher flowers. I was going to buy that. Like, she said she needed this stuff for the backs of TV, the backs of the chairs. So I went and bought all this shit for the backs of the chairs.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure my baby taken care of. You need some, call Mr. Taylor.
I just never understood the tissue box epidemic.
I don't understand none of that
3
shit.
boxes of tissues for the whole year for every kid. That's like 90 boxes of tissues.
The fact that teachers had to pay for that shit on their own, from what I heard, that's crazy work. Like, once again, what am I paying taxes for? If I pay $10,000 a year for one person paying taxes given to a teacher, should be more than enough for supplies.
That should let you know. Yeah, our taxes don't go to that shit.
And how much you say what's the highest our lottery went to? Like,
recently somebody won over $1 billion.
So you telling me that money that we spend to be able to give that money away?
Right. Well, that $1 billion lottery winner probably had to pay almost $600 million in taxes. Where's that going?
Crazy work.
Not to tissue boxes.
Definitely not going to tissue boxes or fucking, what they call it, baby wipes. I got to do baby wipes. I forgot the baby wipes. I just can't find nothing. I'm retarded as hell. Once you start, I could probably tell you where everything is at Walmart when I go to Walmart, but then when you put a list in front of me, Franks and Beans. But it's been an interesting week this week. I mean, I saw a lot of stuff coming up on the timeline this week, and it's just weird how much we're paying attention to it. And like, I don't like to keep using the media slow or anything like that, but coming off the Candace debate, I'm seeing a lot of, I don't want to call it fabricated news, but it feels like fabricated news.
It's been for our whole lives. It's all fabricated.
Yeah. AOC is single. And
hey,
I want to start. Go ahead.
Ain't she running? Ain't she gonna run? I've been hearing she's gonna run she's gonna make an announcement.
I mean, we'll see how big her ego is if she does.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you running to be president of this country, don't you have to have a together home life, a marriage? You don't have all these bullet points of things that you have to have.
It helps.
Have we ever had somebody run that was single or win that was single?
Yes. I want to say the one they thought was gay.
President?
Yeah, I want to say he might have been married.
Who was the gay? Who they thought was a gay president?
You ever seen Forrest Gump? And Forrest Gump meets the president, and he's a guy shot in the butt. And then he's like, he turns around and says, "I'd like to see that."
What president was it?
That president's gay.
Oh.
Yes, Papa.
But yeah, I thought all presidents had to have like a perfect home life, a perfect Christian life, or some type of Catholic or something, and have these bullet points because most Americans want somebody that's put together.
Oh, yeah, it's just like a
James
artist.
Buchanan.
James Buchanan, that's it.
He was single when
1857.
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody different.
Oh yeah, he was not.
He
Forrest
was
Gump.
a lifelong bachelor.
Gay!
Well, that was the 1800s. There's no
Super gay!
there's nobody in the 1900s.
It's a bachelor forever. No.
So AOC is single, and she might run for president. I mean, maybe they're trying a new thing with the woke mob and
no.
independent woman
You think
and
so?
all this stuff. Who knows, bro?
Man, I think this is her prepping to get a black man. Look, first off, I like to play a game. Who do we think she's fucking first? I'd like to start out something like, she has left her fiance.
Oh, she was never fully married?
No, they weren't married. They were fiance, white man. But once again, how much can that really work? Remember the squad? They fighting for minorities and all this other stuff, and all of them got white husbands? Yeah. That's not a good look if I'm running for president, because what she's thinking is what you're thinking. It's not set rules saying you need to be married, go to church. No. They're just saying out loud. Look at J.D. Vance. Mm-hmm. I'm married to a brown woman, and I have children with this brown woman. We're Christian. She's second generation American. Painting this picture makes it easier for the people digesting it at home. So, but when I start seeing a 40-plus-year-old woman talking about she freezing her eggs and she ain't got no man, you're just like,
I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, if she runs, I don't think that any of that is gonna help her.
It depends on who she runs with.
AOC diehards are definitely gonna love her. They're gonna vote for her. Liberals, of course, but everybody else, first off, that don't rock with that image of a single woman, single independent woman, or whatever the case have you, it's not gonna work. I don't think if they're trying to do the single independent woman
Just to
thing.
correct, in 2028 she'll be 38.
Oh yeah, when he said 40, I didn't think she was that
40
old.
plus.
40.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, AOC's 38. She's not. She's
She's
not.
36 now.
She's 36.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's young, but she's not getting it.
Yeah, but and I said this too. Shout out to her fiance, because he must have played this role just very well. Ain't no way you gonna be my fiance for longer than 6 months and you rich. We need to be married. Like, I'm sounding like all these black women out here. Like,
I thought they were married for a long time, so they must have been engaged for years.
Yeah. They've been together for a while.
So she was engaged for years, never got hitched, never married, and now.
I mean, you couldn't be married to me for 6 months having more than $100,000 in your bank account, bitch. You making me look. You wasted his time, and you only could do this to a man. She also went online and was shit talking him, talking about he was abusive, verbal, and all types. They never say and commit that he was beating ass. It's everything else. So basically, him disagreeing with her, it makes him abusive and narcissistic.
So if you were a part of her campaign team, right, and she's gonna make an announcement and run, what would you think would be the most beneficial suitor to link up with that might help her presidentially?
I ain't gonna
like
hold
if you
it.
had to pick somebody.
Oof.
Tom Holland.
No, Tom Holland's off the streets. He's out of here. He's
I was just thinking
called
about Spidey.
You know the one that if he wasn't called for would be a fucking nuclear device for the left. Maldani, whatever his name is.
If she linked up,
If
he's married, no?
Yeah, he's married. But I'm saying if he wasn't married, I'm trying to think. It's single.
Oh, okay.
If Cory Booker was younger, that would probably be the one. I'm trying to think.
Does it have to be a politician?
No, it don't have to be a politician. It's not going to be a politician. It's going to be like some liberal beta cut goy boy.
Destiny. She'll link up with Destiny. That's a
He's
wrap.
too wimpy and he white. She can't do
That's-
the white
oh,
thing
yeah,
again.
it
The
gotta
whole
be a non-white
purpose is
person.
her not to do the white. It's going to be some actor.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure if he's married, but the dude from that just got booted from Wonder Man.
Booted from
He played Dr. Manhattan in the Watchmen show. The black guy.
What the
Well,
guy
he
that
played,
played the guy that played Wonder Man?
Yeah, the guy that played Wonder Man.
Oh, you say booted? You mean the show got canceled?
Yeah, the show got canceled. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know his politics. I don't know if he's outspoken in that
Well,
way.
he just called out Marvel. He just called out Marvel and said they were basically racist because Blade didn't get made for development purposes. His show got canceled because not enough people care about watching a Hollywood
I
superhero
fucked with Wonder Man. I thought it was gonna be super dope.
I liked it, but who's that for?
That's a good question.
That
I
audience is
didn't fuck
small.
with, I didn't fuck with, as far as Wonder Man, he didn't get his powers or show any kind of real power till like the last episode and all that.
And no one cared at that point.
Yeah. It's
And-
more. I think it's more for the drama people.
Yeah,
the drama team, people that's in that area of
And I don't
performance
come to a
arts.
superhero movie to watch my drama unless it's the X-Men.
Right.
You know, but like I said, I think watching how this political spin is about her, because it turned into about her getting yoga. She's being a little bit more revealing with her clothes. She's talking about freezing her eggs. She's definitely openly talking about breaking up with somebody, which I am not a fan with. If you famous and I'm not, and you dog walking me on the internet, and they know what the fuck I look like,
defamation.
bitch, I'm suing.
Nah, that might be good for him.
Man, fuck that. No. My character and name, see, this is poor people shit. My character and my name mean way more to me than any fucking clicks. But that's a weird
But you know
thing.
what they say? No news is bad news, or bad news there's no good news, or whatever, some shit like that.
Yeah, the
Any
rich
news-
people.
Yeah, any news is good news.
But that's the thing. I think that's what made this commodity thing, because I don't think it's so much has anything to do with politics as much as it does attention. Like it's like how much attention equity they can get out of these things.
Right.
Because you're already going through I bet you that breakup happened a year ago. I bet you like all the shit that she's frozen eggs and shit happened 6 months ago. I think that like I want to now present to you, but which is weird because that process alone of breaking up with your fiance is a process on its own, which would probably involve both families and things like that. So you just talking about it on the internet callous like that to me.
And you high profile, so it's gonna follow you. Anything you say is online. It's online forever.
And if you gave a fuck about that man, at least for one day, you're not putting no information about that on the
Yeah,
internet.
but we're in the time of bullshit and fuckery online and in the media. So she can dog walk him, and she will not be. She can run for president, and people will still vote for her.
Because I think that's what it is. I think you can watch now, because if I can get you to forget about APAC, Qatar, war, what I'm actually doing with my job, and now you're walking with me through my process of, I'm getting my eggs frozen. You're walking with me process. I'm single now, and I can
And
feed you up to the presidency. 'Cause
a lot
I think
of
that's a
women-
new politics too.
And a lot of women, liberal women especially, probably could relate to that.
Yeah.
When they could relate to you, oh, she's like us. Oh, she's getting her eggs froze like us. Oh, she's breaking up with somebody like us. Her man was abusive like us. You know, there's that relating factor that they'll try to, you know, exploit. And she may even run as a presidential candidate and be single, and try to get that whole independent woman.
Man, get them crazy white women up here, man. Get these white
And they'll
women.
eat it up. Like, she don't need no man. She don't need to be married to run for president. You know.
think
and
that's safe for them to run on that? Like,
they
knowing how?
ran with Kamala.
But Kamala
I don't
didn't
think
do
they're worried
the-
about safe
But
for some reason.
I don't know, man. That whole you don't need a man thing is like, black people are really sensitive about that now. Like, black people are very aware, minorities are very aware getting that nigga out the house has probably caused something. Even people who are ignorant about it, it don't even sound right. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you hear somebody mention, like, you don't need a man to anybody, it sounds wild. So if she goes up there running on a platform of, I don't need a man, minorities might not be well with that.
Okay, I don't know. From what I'm seeing, that's still very much a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Maybe our algorithms feeding us different stuff, but I don't see any women out, especially the women, the man haters, saying anything different. Like, oh, I love my man now. There are particular podcasts and women speaking out about, like, stop hating men. All men are not bad. All men are not this, that, and the third.
You're gonna need this nigga at some point or the other.
Right, and I love that that train of thought and that you know, going in that direction. But I still think most of the left is on some all men. If you're a white Christian male,
Or if
ain't
you're a
shit.
man trying to implement things for women,
Yeah,
like because I hate to
there's
say,
still a lot of man hate.
oh
out
no,
there.
shoot, I'll tell people like this. Some young man told me the other day he mentioned something about track and his long-term girlfriend's period, and she said he was being narcissistic and controlling. In thinking about that right there, that is like along the lines of teaching these women like I don't need a man, but that you need adults in the room at times. I'm not saying she's not an adult, but like that's the way they're going. They're going as best as they can to make these people seem like they're crazy for wanting this level of structure in their relationship. And normally that's going to come from the man.
Yeah,
You know?
generally. Which could lead us to the next thing with Stephen A. Smith this past week.
Which I did not like, man. You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, the NABJ?
Yeah, NABJ,
National Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah.
Recently awarded Stephen A. Smith with a thumbs down for talking down or disparaging black women in media. And he took it to the internet. He was very hot. He was very pissed about it. He had a lot of choice words. And he did make sense. He talked shit about everybody equally, sports guys, athletes, black, white, and whatever. But they really did come from, and it tends to be political. I think it's a political move because we're in that time of the year, midterms or whatever.
It's weird how collectively they can get together and hate Stephen A. Smith for not liking or critiquing black women, but they can't come together for anything else.
Yeah, and he's always claimed, and I think he's probably one of the more moderate voices out there. He doesn't claim either side, but I think his real crime is not agreeing with liberals, Democrats, full-heartedly.
Which is weird that they make it news, seeing as how he's looked at it the way you're supposed to look at it as any adult person. I don't care if you're black or white. I'm going to be critical of you for whatever. And what normally, for people who don't know, if you're black, you're not supposed to talk about the fucked up shit out loud.
You're supposed to agree with everything over
You
there.
agree with everything, and then when you get in closed doors with your family, locked in a room with no microphones or your cell phone, then you can disagree.
Right. But if you're Stephen A. Smith, who takes it online on your show all the time, you get a thumbs down award.
For
Right.
a place that you support, a place that you donate to, a place that you came from, and I'm not saying they don't have the right to critique or to have something to say about him and the things he has to say. And to be honest with you, it's their organization. Give them the thumbs down all you want. But shit, you talk about not having a nigga come back next year.
Yeah. Not only that, when it comes to the political side, this is I think it was strategically done because okay, you give him a thumbs down. You put out in the headline, we gave him a thumbs down because he talks bad about black women. There is a large percentage of people that will not look further than that headline and stop listening to Stephen A. Smith, not even entertain anything he's saying. So basically, I think it was a means to oppress his message or oppress his thinking and his messaging and all this. So people don't even listen to him.
Yeah.
And he's not, again, he doesn't subscribe to either side, but he's kind of a moderate and, he calls shit out on both sides. But that's the other thing they don't want. They don't want nobody entertaining those type of thoughts. Either you're with us or you're against us. If you're 100% Democrat, liberal on our side, or you're not. If you're in the middle, such as Stephen A. Smith, okay, we got to get people to stop watching him.
I don't want you to think that you get bigger than your britches, go vote and fuck up whatever plans I got.
Yeah, basically.
I think that's some. I don't know if it's a Democratic Party in a total or Republican Party, whoever it is, but I do think that they do things like this to just give a little bit more of a nuance to everybody. Let's put the word out here. He don't like black women, so if we put the word out here. So somebody go to vote for him. Like, they not gonna vote for him, so we can retain those votes just in case. But I think but I also do think it's very small as, don't tell me, black people don't want to be told. You don't tell me nothing, don't critique shit, don't ask me shit. Like, let me say, because even with him, they're giving him pushback like, oh, well, you did. And it's like, well, if you listen to the stuff he said, bitch, I can defend myself. Like with Obama, he was basically saying like, hey, Michelle, like you said that this is some little podcast. I'm not a little anything. I'm Stephen. Stephen A. Smith is about to be walked into, for his field, the second largest American award ever given to anybody who does his job, not just being black, does his job.
And that should be praised. You would think they'd praise that and like try to highlight him and all these things.
Especially if he's financially and giving you his time. That's it too. So business-wise, I don't think that was a smart business move for the
Not
NABJ.
at all. I don't think, he came up with y'all. He still donates. You know what I'm saying? It was not a smart financial move, but I don't think, again, it's about finances or retaining membership, his membership or anything. They want people to not listen to him. They want to turn people off to him. So when you come across a Stephen A. Smith post or a headline, and whatever the headline says, you just turn it off or swipe away. Don't get a different type of idea or hear what he's talking about and just keep it
He's
moving.
a part of Disney.
Oh, that, yeah.
He's a part
I'm
of
saying?
Disney, and like look, this man was able to float the line for Disney. Disney's been around with him, I think, since 2009, 2010-ish. He's been able to keep himself a clean. Like, you fuck up with Disney. We had a video of Jonathan Majors getting attacked and assaulted by a white woman, being chased for 4 blocks, and he lost his job.
Cara Dune. Well, that's her Star Wars name. I forget her name.
Yeah,
I forget her real name.
That big tree, chick.
The fighter chick, MMA chick.
That bitch
We
solid.
were talking about her yesterday. She got canceled in real life, and maybe
Her job. She
several
lost her
years
job.
ago. Right, she was this prominent character in Star Wars. She said something online. It wasn't friendly or approved message. They canceled her. The characters wiped out of the show. She got fired by Disney, and it's like and even what she said, I forget.
Oh,
kinda.
she didn't want to put she thought putting the he, she, and all this other shit on the email. She was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I won't do it.
it's the woke stuff, right? She didn't agree with it. She didn't want to do it, and apparently she gets canceled, lost her job, off of Star Wars, off of Disney, and for what? So those are the type of things that they do. It's not financial. NABJ, they're probably fine without his money and all that stuff. The goal there was, we don't like what he's saying. We don't want people thinking for themselves. So let's put this bad news
Being
on
pawns
him.
again
And
against
then in
each
the
other.
future, like you said, when he does run for whatever office or whatever, they could go back to, remember we gave him the thumbs down for talking shit about black women? Remember that? This is that guy. Do you want to vote for this guy?
Yeah.
And a lot of people not thinking, not doing any more research outside of that, would be like, oh yeah, I'm not
He
voting for
did
him.
say something bad about
Yeah, he don't
Candace
fuck with
Owens.
black
He
people.
did say something, or about
Michelle Obama, and
or
Venus Williams.
Yeah.
And
And instead of actually looking up what the man said, because at some point, like I said, I just don't understand how this made news. I don't understand how the NABJ could not, like, I do agree that there's some sort of political side of it, but I just don't understand them on like the small aspect. You get a Stephen A. Smith, like, they must take shit for granted. I know Roland Martin's important because he's a part of the board of the NABJ.
oh yeah, but he's super liberal.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
Stephen A. Smith, you know what type of eyes are gonna put that for you, man? Like, and I'm not saying let niggas just do wrong, but I'm saying, like, is he doing that bad? Like, if you actually watch the clips he said, I mean, I'm for that. If my woman, the Venus and Serena, whichever one it was, during the Kendrick Lamar, he critiqued, if my girl was up there dancing and promoting the part of a song about her fucking with her ex, and now she up here tiptoeing to, like, mad at her ex, bitch,
Right.
what you doing?
Disparaging black women.
No, get your ass in my fucking house. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna be letting
Bro.
the world know you thinking about your ex-boyfriend, and your
That's-
ex-boyfriend is Drake.
That's disparaging black women.
Oh yeah,
Can't tell women what to do.
Oh yeah, well,
Don't say nothing. Keep your mouth shut.
I've learned if you disagree with any black woman, you're narcissistic. What's the word? You're also a piece of shit. You're the worst person in the whole world.
Misogynist.
Let them do whatever and buy them mountains. That's what you do.
Speaking of women,
Shit, they're gonna kill me for that one.
I mean, you said it last week. You've been 41 for almost a whole year. You've learned not to argue with black.
Oh yeah.
you did say that.
Oh,
You
dude.
did- you did say that.
Every
People
time
gonna chop you up. You're gonna say this, and then the next second is gonna be you saying something different. They're gonna
Hey,
chop your ass up.
just let you know, anybody who ever wants to take down my political future or anything like that, you ain't got to do that. Just give me 20 minutes. I'll figure it out. I'll bring
I can
myself
see
down.
it now. The clips of you contradicting yourself, like all the time. Me too. They'll take. We said something last week. Then you said this week. Chop it all up. See, they don't know. They loud and wrong. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
My first post, one of my
Welcome
first
to
posts I saw the
podcasting.
other day on Instagram had me dying laughing. It was like, and I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, with this.
It said, I'm the same person I am on the internet that I am in real life 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And then the comment I put on there was, loud and wrong. First sentence, loud and wrong. And I was like, oh shit, this is like 4 years ago.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
But this goes back to like the same thing with AOC. I feel like some of this stuff is only coming up because, and I'm not saying it's dry, but they could have resolved this. And not only that, I think that organization could have reached out to him about them having concerns about stuff because they've done the award since 1987. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of 4 that have ever been individuals. That have been put on there. But even then, what are we talking about? I've seen, like, I went back and researched. Go ahead.
1989.
1989.
Oh shit.
I've gone back and actually looked at the venues.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this ain't nothing. This
Right.
ain't nothing. Like, literally, I think we could fit everybody at last year's venue in this entire floor, like this area.
Yeah, we probably should do some event over here. And the other thing is they said, I think the president of the NABJ, after they gave him the thumbs down, she wanted to talk to him. I think she wanted to talk to him in private before she came on the show. Like, he was like invited to the show. And he was like, nah, you dissed me in public. You gave me this award in public. So he wanted to bring her live. And they're like, nah, we don't want to talk live. So, like, it's kind of jacked up.
Man,
it would be nice to watch, like, for them to sit down and for her to
explain.
talk or say why, whatever the reasons that they gave him. But like you said, they didn't come to him first. They just kind of like put it out there and like
Which
surprised
once again,
the
bad business move, and then 2, I just really don't understand. Like, and once again, Stephen A. Smith, I can understand a lot of critiques. I want to say from black people, but to be honest, that's the way it's supposed to be. You're being like a person. Like, Stephen A. Smith isn't being a black man on TV. He's not being a white man on TV. He's being Stephen A. Smith on TV. And then we get to digest what he's saying. He don't like LeBron. Like, I'd hate to listen to niggas that just glaze somebody for the whole time. Like, nah.
I think he's, and I think on the first episode of this show, episode 1, where we spoke, I think I said I had just watched the Stephen A. Smith, and I was like, he's moderate. He doesn't play both sides, but he is somebody who doesn't particularly subscribe to either or. And I think that's how we should be. Most people should be that, whether you're a famous person or not.
Or not. And it sucks that he's going to be the sacrificial lamb for that. Unless people wake up, which I don't think they are. I do think that they're swinging around for another round of the woke shit. But I mean,
another round of the woke shit,
bro. Woke 2. You heard of woke 1?
Well, yeah, we lived through it.
Yeah.
What's woke 2.0?
You know what's the thing? I mean, I think that's coming. I think once the Democrats win this midterm, I think Trump Trump loses some steam. I think these Democratic Socialists will get big. And
that's woke 2.0.
Yeah, and I think it'll be more so that they will find actual success in some shit that they're doing, and then they'll start incorporating the next level.
And be like, hey, look, we were successful here. Like that grocery store in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the grocery, like that you have to have ID for. That I don't know how they're supposed to make money off of that if everything's under retail, under manual. So if it's government funded, the government's not making money, nobody's making money.
Yeah, the government's not making money with it, but the government's not making money with anything they do. And I think the bigger thing is that he's doing something, whether it's making money or not, the government itself is actually doing something. In the trash can thing, like, they will downplay the good stuff he does, and that's what irks me about him.
Yeah.
He's doing something with the trash in New York, which I think is apparently doing really well. But I think woke 1's going to come through that, and I think it's going to be like a version of being accepting. If you're not accepting religiously, like if you're not accepting of Jewish people, if you're not accepting of Muslims, if you're not grandstanding on like a larger platform about your shit, trans
woke
shit.
2.0. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right about woke 2.0. Especially with the Democratic Socialists. And you know what? The media is giving them such a huge platform. Like a few months ago, I didn't really know. I knew socialism was bad and all those things, but I didn't know there was an actual organization that was making TV rounds and had spokespeople, and now it's on the news like every time. Now Tucker's talking about it. Certain Republican, conservative people are talking about it. And when you think about it, the more energy you give it, the more they talk about it, the more popular they're actually making it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they should just be honest about it. If something works, good. If something doesn't work, bad. Okay, then keep it moving. But I agree, putting that much information on it, and then I don't know. I'll touch on that woke 1 again a little bit. I don't like the fact that they're trying to blame like this was a phase. No, you motherfuckers meant this shit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, all you motherfuckers were defunding police and getting rid of prisons and
canceling everybody left and right.
Yeah, canceling people, legalizing certain drugs. Like, y'all better not try to bring that back. And y'all heard my first little rant that went viral about it. But like I said, I don't think most of the country has enough in them. And y'all ain't rolling out universal basic income. quick enough. Y'all not giving out XRP money. Y'all just out here making life very difficult, frustrating, and we can't get to a certain level. And then all of a sudden now you're gonna start putting parameters on us socially.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nobody trying. And then don't let them start bigging shit up. Let somebody catch a whiff of Sharia law in one of these backwood countries. I mean states. Woo! Shit.
Listen.
Like Michigan, y'all lucky that shit's happening in Michigan. Let that shit happen in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, something like that. Man, they will revolt over this motherfucker.
So, this country, right? America's dope to me because I was talking with my brother the other day, and he's on super fucking doomsday black pill shit. He thinks Sharia law's coming here.
Civil war.
Fucking Civil War. That's one of his favorite ones. And I'm just like,
Shout out Temple.
listen, if you're on that type of time and you're consuming that content and media, I get it can seem scary. I get it can seem that's where we're going. But I think we're too divided for this country to just capitulate to Sharia law and the trans agenda and all these things. Yes, there are pockets of areas and cities where it's welcomed and congratulated and celebrated. Democratic cities, right, where those are going to be, the people in power are going to do those things. But not everybody's fucking with that. So it's going to be pockets of areas. Sharia law is not going to come and replace our fucking laws in the country federally and all this. And I hear people saying, it's a slow roll. They bring them in slowly, yada, yada. But I just don't see it happening widespread. I think that's one of those fear things from the right that they push.
It definitely is. But if for anybody who ever wants to feel comfortable about it, our government does not do legal shit. We don't follow the Constitution. We follow and we pick and choose to.
Yeah.
So if anything got too big for its britches, guess what? The American government will come in there and cut its nuts off and say it's legal, and it's not. And then maybe 20 years down the road, we write do a documentary about how it was fucked up, but nobody went to jail for it. Like this Epstein shit wasn't just a 2-year thing. This and all these things that are going on, like they break the law. Like lying to Congress is against the law, right?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Yes.
People go to jail for lying to Congress, right?
They should. Yes.
Okay. So the dude from New Jersey, the gay boy who lied to Congress, he got a couple years.
Okay.
For lying to Congress. Everyone lies to Congress. Everyone. Go
Congress
look up
lies,
anybody. When they answer a question, more than likely they're lying.
Yeah, but then the other thing is he was talking about when Sharia law comes in, they're gonna if you don't convert, they're gonna kneel you down and give you a choice, say convert or die, chop your head off. I'm like, bro, is that really a fear that you have?
No.
Coming on these shores, on this soil, rounding non-Muslims up and then chopping our heads off if we don't convert. Like, this is a fear he feels like is like a few years away. And I'm just like, that's too extreme, bro. In other countries, sure, maybe in Middle East, of course, right? That's where they do that. Here on this soil, come on, we got too many fucking guns.
What you do have to worry about, and this is why I think the big thing, I don't worry about the Muslims as much. I don't worry about the Jews as much. I worry about this fucking federal government. Guy said that he came into this country, he's from this country, and ICE detained him with a folder and basically said, hey man, you talk shit about somebody in Israel. You worried about the Muslims? I'm worried about the federal government. They freed, the guy couldn't get in the country. They basically said, don't talk shit about another politician. I'm not even gonna take his word for it. Fuck it, say this guy's lying. Nick Fuentes said some shit on the internet and they debanked him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the type of shit. Or if you make some sort of fame and they just take it away.
That's real oppression. Yeah,
that's
real.
the real shit you should be worried about.
But you got a caveat, though. It doesn't matter whether you agree with him or not. Because some people be like, oh, well, I ain't like what Nick said, so fuck him. That's not what we're saying.
Yeah,
you know
not
what
at all.
It's not about agreeing. It's about the fact that they did that and they have the power to do that.
Because of words.
Yes.
Words. If you make an accusation or something like that that might cause harm or something, I might be able to get that. But if you're telling me you could means you can't put money in the bank and they have to send you this money back and they don't send it to you in cash.
Yeah.
So you can't bank with anybody. They send you a check saying, hey, this is the money that was in your bank. Good luck with that.
But you know how they justify that is putting them on a terrorist watch list. So for terrorists out there, real terrorists, that's how they fight terrorists, right? Take away their ability to bank, the fund money, deposit, withdraw, all that stuff. They did that to Nick Fuentes, and they did that to Alex Jones, I believe,
Yeah,
and whoever
Alex
else,
Jones,
Kanye,
Candace.
right? Put them on a terrorist watch list. Okay, you don't have to like what they said at all, but are they terrorists for real? Are they really like? Do they deserve that designation to be treated? By
And
the
then that's
government?
an easy way to mask that too, because most of those type of violences probably stem directly towards an Israel, like a terrorist act, like traditional or whatever. And then, but these are Americans. Ain't nobody risking millions and fuck that.
So, yeah, we about to get debanked.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're
Woke 2.0.
for everybody who's out there black pilled enough about a whole bunch of stuff. We have a lot of comfortabilities in front of us so that some of these things can't happen. Not saying they won't. Not saying they can't. But if you really want to be concerned with something, you disagree with your tribe enough, you're getting kicked out your family, and that gets higher. The higher up you are, the government takes your fucking money, and that should be illegal. Elizabeth Warren. But yeah.
What else happened this week?
Lindsay, do you heard about this white woman?
Yeah.
God, to be a white woman in
Lindsay
America,
Clancy.
man. Whew. If you want to know, God, it's just so. I mean, people say stuff like, "Oh, I wish I was a black guy because of this," or "I wish I was a white guy because of this." Man, being a white woman would be interesting as fuck.
Listen,
So,
go ahead.
all right, so let's everybody sit down, buckle your fucking nuts. This white woman kills 3 of her husband says, "Hey, I gotta go get something from the store." He goes to get something from the store. While he's at the store, she murders her 3 kids. Husband comes home, strangles him, up close and personal. Disgusting act. The husband comes home, she's outside, she's all disheveled, and he says what happened to the kids, so she tells what happened. So she tried to off herself, and she was paralyzed from the waist down. So, I'm gonna give you my first opinions when I saw it. When I first heard it, I thought, okay, easy one. In jail, under the jail, at bare minimum, death penalty whenever you feel like it. Simple as that. First response to me after posting this, because that's what I do with my first thought, is put it on the internet.
That's a crime. But
Yeah, definitely. A swarm of white women told me that obviously I don't know the details of this case. I said, you know what? You're right, bitch. You're right. So I looked at the details of this case. Frank, what did you think when you first heard before we rolled out the details?
It was horrible. I'm just thinking this person was okay. For someone to kill their own children, I already know there's mental issues there, right? This is a default. Mentally ill. I don't think anybody sober or anybody with a clear, sane mind with children is going to go out their way and murder their own children and be fine mentally. So granted that. But even still, we have throughout history, we've had mentally ill people do crimes and harm people and murder and serial kill. And it's never been a thing where we should be supporting or, doing GoFundMes for, somebody
Murderers.
who's mentally sick, who killed people, let alone their own children. So the first time, my feelings when I seen it was like, damn, that's fucked up. She needs to go into the jail. Obviously, I already knew she was mentally ill just from hearing what she did and who she did it to.
Yeah.
Right? So that goes without saying. But to hear about the support and just, I don't want to say praise, but like,
The understanding, I guess? Empathy?
Which is fine. You could have empathy, but to what degree? We're having empathy for the woman to the degree where we're not even considering the children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck these kids. Fuck these kids. Fuck the husband. Fuck what happened. 100% support and praise, or just empathy for this woman who was clearly sick in the head, did some crazy shit, and now we got GoFundMes, we got protests, or
Organizations.
Yeah.
I say this. I come up here and say this at least once a week, out loud, man. Somehow they're really trying to trick us out our morality, man. There is no way in hell you put your face on TV. Fuck her. I'm not putting my face on TV agreeing with no shit like that. Like, postpartum's a real thing, but there's no way you're going to be able to convince me that before, first off, she killed 4 children.
I thought it was 3.
This needs, or 3.
Was it 3?
You need to be separated from society.
Yeah.
Whether it was intentional or not. The reason you're separated from society is whether it was intentional or not, we can't have you around.
We can't trust you around children or people.
We need kids. We
Right.
need kids to survive this next generation. That's the most callous black and white way of looking at it. Why would you We all know postpartum's real now.
Yes.
We live in America. We're not a third world country. We know about
two
the
things could be true. Yeah.
I'm not justifying any of that. None of that's right. None of it. Like,
And-
there's no right to it.
What's the donations for? For her legal fees?
Oh, yeah, for the legal fees.
We got donations coming out of the woodwork. You know, we got people online saying she's actually coming out their mouth saying she's
arguing
innocent.
with people about it.
She's not guilty. She's innocent. And I get you could blame doctors and you could blame the medical professionals who did maybe misdiagnosed her or gave her pills or whatever the case have you on that side. They're culpable too. Sure, go after them. But you can't just be on some she's innocent. Let's get her off.
Let's forgive her. I don't
Let's
think
let's donate money to her legal case. Let's try to get her off for murder. Like we've had so many murders and serial killers over history who were mentally ill, killing people. We've never had. I've never seen. I mean, we could talk about Charles Manson, but I've never seen mass support for somebody who did something so crazy.
They would do that. What's your boy, the pretty one? He killed people in the 70s.
Yeah.
But you'd have fringe people, yes.
Yeah.
But something like this with kids, it really makes you look at. I want to know who that person's name is that's okay with it, because and I will say this, a lot of people I'm not hearing saying that she's innocent. They're saying that like.
I've heard it.
You have to factor in the mental stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't. If I had to do that, I'm gonna be so honest with you. That goes for anybody in her personal circle, because before she strangled 3 kids, before she went to all those, because come to find out, she went to a lot of psychiatrists, a lot of people. She got diagnosed for medications. She wasn't given the medications. She had been going down this journey for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the journey didn't happen, and if it did. Before we get to this point of her strangling kids, somebody knew this bitch wasn't right. Somebody was tolerating some really fucked up behavior, and instead of letting it be shunned and making that person have to get the help that they deserved and not be able to have kids until then, that ain't the first time the husband saw that shit.
No, that's why I say.
And I'm not blaming the husband. I'm just saying.
That's why I say some people in the medical field, her doctors or around her, are culpable to a degree. And we should explore that, and maybe there should be charges there too for negligence, medical negligence, or whatever the case. But the part of saying she's innocent or not guilty or supporting her or trying to donate money to her legal team to get her off, like, do you really want this woman back in the public or even back around
I was
other
actually
kids?
about to ask, let's say she was found innocent. Should she be in some sort of institution?
Oh yeah,
Facts. I don't see her being found innocent. Again, we don't know the details of the case. I mean, we can go into that, the details or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, bro, an act like this cannot just be thrown under the rug or brushed to the side. Say, oh, she was crazy. She had pills. Again, we've had criminals. We've had people sick in the head, kill people in the street. Wasn't there this black guy on that train? Wasn't he mentally ill that stabbed the white girl? Was there a bunch of support for him saying, "Oh, he's innocent because he was mentally"?
He's the girl that punched that woman in the face in Charleston.
Yeah. Are we saying, well, if you're mentally ill, you commit a horrible act of violence, you should be innocent. You should get off? Like, is that where we're going now as a society?
I don't think they're doing that because they're not going to get off. Like these, and even if these individuals, say this woman gets off, most other people are going to jail. So that's what makes me weird about the way that these things, especially some of the stuff we've been talking about, it's crazy how much it kind of coalesced. But like, this isn't a conversation. This is very fringe behavior. This is something, but
it almost seems. I want to take. Does it seem fake to you, like the support?
Yeah. Well, no. I think the support's the attention, because this is very simple shit. And the people, and it's not like we're looking at, maybe say I wonder what the true numbers are, like that really feel like this is okay. Like, is it 1 million people? Is it 20 million people? Is it 30 million people? Because we're watching this as entertainment, then it gets thrown away and we don't give a shit anymore.
It's like, I wonder, like, remember with the riots, how they used to be like a pallet full of bricks that was just strategically placed in a. I wonder if this is the same thing, okay? You know, society, certain people and powers that be in society want to push the masses into a degenerate mindset, thinking, and so to speak. So, okay, we got this woman, she killed her kids. We already know the system loves abortion, loves not having kids. There's this, all these thinkings and all this stuff. So we have a white woman kills her kids. How can we, as the systems, celebrate that and make people not agree to that, but support that? You know, because it's a clump of cells, right? If you want to abort a baby, there's a clump of cells.
Yeah,
you
we just tell you,
dehumanize it and just
separate yourself and your morality from it,
Yeah.
and then we can just feed it to
So
you.
now we got a group of women or whoever, people in general, saying she was innocent, she was sick in the head. So what that she killed her kids? Let's donate money to her GoFundMe to get her off and find her innocent. Because what's the reason? Postpartum depression is real. Believe all women.
Things we all
Me
know.
too.
Things we all know that exist.
Right.
But
You
we
know what I'm
don't know who recorded the video of the woman being drowned, being strapped to a chair during the Epstein files. We don't know who recorded that.
That was from a movie I saw.
The one where she was in the little glass thing. I thought that
With the
was,
water, yeah, that was from The Cell with J Lo.
Was it the cell?
Yeah.
I remember. Oh God, man, loud and wrong, right?
Yeah.
Live on
Yes,
TV?
because I seen that,
Yeah.
and it was so familiar to me. I'm like,
I was like, what the fuck?
I've seen
I
this
never
shit.
saw it. Damn, man, y'all gotta watch that shit.
go to J Lo, The Cell. It's like the last scene spoilers. The last scene where the whole thing was about finding the woman that was.
In the brain of the
Yeah,
dude.
it looked
killer or
real though.
whatever.
Even watching the movie, watching that scene, the way she's fighting, like that
Yeah.
bitch looked like she was really scared for her life.
Shout
But
out
yeah,
to
that
J.Lo.
clip is from The Cell.
Well, let's just use anything involving the Epstein files.
Yeah.
There's so much shit in the Epstein files that we don't know anything about, that has not been researched, that has not been brought to our attention, that might be true or not.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, we know everything that this woman did is wrong, and we still can't come to terms. And we also make an enemy out of it. Like, if I had to look at how the system itself tries to constantly make enemies out of everybody,
Yeah.
white woman, enemy.
True.
Black man, enemy. White man, enemy. Christian, enemy.
Muslim
enemy.
Yeah.
You have
MAGA hat enemy.
So just keep making your enemies, and we could just sprinkle this against everybody, but it's still just strange, man.
But I'll be honest, we all have biases and things. I am looking at people
Yeah,
who
mad different.
who support, who are saying things such as under the realm of she's innocent, she's not guilty, postpartum depression is real, as if
Justifying
we
it,
know
man.
it's not right. Justifying killing of her own children. You get a side eye from me because I'm like,
And
bro, what are we saying? Like, and then I seen a post where somebody, a guy broke up with his girl
Oh, yeah, I saw that
because she was saying those things, and that's his girl, and he's like, yo,
I want to have kids with you, bitch.
right, I want to marry you and have kids with you, but you saying that this is okay? Like, I can't trust you with my kids, and totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, I
It makes sense,
understand.
makes sense.
Yeah, like,
You know what I heard that kind of was something very different with it? The people who are agreeing with this and being overzealous with it, you are the ones that are going to usher in somebody to be like, women can't do anything. Like, women are overly emotional. Women can't
Yeah, I saw-
regulate.
yeah, we
Because
posted
I've heard, and I've seen, we've probably all seen this. Just because you feel a way does not justify what the fuck you do.
Not at all.
This is a perfect example of this. If I feel like I've been wronged enough, I want to punch somebody in the face. There are consequences from punching somebody in the face. So please, let's not get tricked. This is what I talk about, being tricked about your morality. Somebody has convinced you bitches out here that it is okay for y'all to just run with your emotions and do whatever instead of being you'll be held accountable. You punch a cop, you're going to jail. You punch your boyfriend and he called the cops, you're going to jail. This ain't 1994 where you could just cry.
if you're depressed and going through something, postpartum does not mean I could kill my kids and get off.
Yes. And here's something else
Do
too.
not do that.
Medical shit ain't that I know some shit's expensive, but they just giving this shit away. Like therapy, they're giving this shit away. She had a husband. She could go to a therapist or psychologist. So there's some way, somehow, in this nice middle-class family of theirs, they could have been able to find somebody to assist them enough. And then this is the personal accountability part I keep going back with some of this shit. Y'all need to stop having kids if you're not ready to have kids. Like, this should be a fucking process, not
An application.
Yeah,
Submit this application. Nah, I don't know.
Nut-
that might be too fascist.
Nothing me as I'm Lulu crazy. Like,
What
this
if-
nigga just keep busting nuts in this bitch raw. I would not be surprised if he caught her once doing some wild shit.
Yo.
Cause
I
ain't
was
no
about to
way
say
I'm
something
balls
real
deep in
stupid.
something that just got.
They say the craziest women got the best.
They freaks. Yes.
But I was about to
yes.
say something real retarded. Like, before you can have kids, what if the government had an application process where you submit an application, you got to fit certain criteria before you can have a kid? That's fascist as hell.
And this generation would not be able to have kids.
Nobody. That would be that if the government, the system really want people to not have kids. That'll be a way to control that. Like,
but you know,
you need to make this much. You need to have this bullet point. Oh, you can't have kids.
You know what's crazy? This administration, just so you fuckers who don't pay attention, this administration when you should be having kids with somebody you trust and you're married. Yes. Because Trump giving away, essentially, and here go everybody. I know
the money,
they're giving out money for having kids. They're incentivizing to have kids.
I wish they did that for our generation.
Shit, fuck
man
yeah.
turn 18 and then coming off like $100,000 or whatever it is.
Oh no, your child will see that money, and you better hope you raise that child right.
But I'm excited. 18 years from now, or however many years, you know, to see how the economy thrives, or you know, whatever happens from this Trump account thing, to see maybe there's like an influx of businesses and things. You would hope.
The Dems going to destroy that shit. They making the Dems have to glaze it now. I saw Gavin Newsom all excited about it. He's like, oh yeah, y'all should take advantage. This is one of the best things Trump. Yeah, he actually gave Trump some credit. Shout out to Gavin Newsom, but they're going to destroy that. Once Trump is out of office, they're going to find a way to destroy that. And a lot of this shit is just.
Oh, you mean like take it away?
Oh yeah. They don't want to get Obama. If they could got away with getting rid of Obamacare, they would have. The only reason they don't is because boomers use the shit, and so do fucking a lot of other people. So because they'll lose votes if they touch it. You don't talk about Social Security, and you don't talk about Obamacare when it comes to voting season. And if you do talk about it, you're talking about it to make the other person look like they trying to fuck it up.
Yeah, true that.
But
yeah, so Lindsay Clancy, that's a crazy case. Let's not.
You can have empathy for this woman, knowing what she's going through, knowing if you believe her, but we are not understanding in any
I believe
way, shape,
her.
or form.
I believe she had issues. I didn't even need to be told that. When you hear somebody kills their own kids, there's automatically, okay, you got mental issues.
And why isn't there more supporters for that fucking husband?
Because he's a man. He's a white man.
My mind,
he's a
like,
white Christian man.
All I could think is one that would blow my. All three. Oh yeah, I'm choking her out before the cops get there. I'm sorry, I don't believe in murder or nothing like that. But like, if I heard that, this kind of goes back to what I say about strong men sometimes, man. Yeah, she got to go. Yeah, he probably would have got away with that too.
That's crazy. But what's up? We got new Karmelo Anthony updates.
Oh yeah.
Post case, post trial, post sentencing.
They're supposed to do appeal because the person who did the initial sentencing wasn't the original judge. So they're thinking like, hey, we'll give out more information that might help.
And we got some more information too.
Oh yeah, we got some more information, and I'm going to tell the full story. It's not just going to be against Karmelo. So apparently the Metcalf boys definitely ran into some young racist shenanigans. Definitely horrible, not right. The original reason this information did not come out was because there was a gentleman's agreement between the two lawyers that said, hey, we're going to keep the personal stuff out of this trial. We'll just stick with the facts. Well, that's out the window now. And we're getting all the juicy tea. The reason why, for you minorities who just here to hate in the comments, the reason why the Metcalf shit won't be louder than the Karmelo shit, just so you idiots will understand, it's because Karmelo Anthony killed a man.
Yep.
Yeah, so if the white boy Metcalf had killed a man and was bullied, had a track record of bullying and had a track record of using racial slurs, then we would be on this podcast, I promise you, screaming and hollering.
Fact.
So this non-fucking factor news has now exposed that young Metcalf boy has some racist tendencies in him. Where he gets it from, I don't give a shit. But let's talk about Karmelo Anthony. This boy told his girlfriend, I want to lick the blood off my knife. That was a sentence he texted her. This middle-class black boy talk about he want to stab somebody essentially.
And lick blood off.
The day of the stabbing, he talked about he was going to stab somebody.
This all seems very pertinent during a trial, you would think.
Yeah.
Super
Well,
pertinent.
I think this did come up at some point somehow.
Oh, okay.
And this would factor in. Like, because they give
the
you
jury?
Somebody who's had information.
Maybe the judges and lawyers knew the information, but they didn't bring it to the jury or something.
Yeah,
because I'm sure we would have heard about it back then, for sure.
You don't have to. No one makes you stab somebody at a track meet. But I will say apparently he broke up with his girlfriend, and then he was stalking her. I mean, it just goes back to. I mean, I'm sorry. This all goes back to boy was guilty, bad child rearing.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got the tough guy shit. Like somebody got in my ass pause
Wow.
about
Wow.
about
I'm live.
it was like you're just letting this type of stuff slide, and it's like, nah, man, this is just bad. Like all these kids do this tough guy talk, and I don't
Yeah.
know what white guy tough guy talk is. I know
Same
my
shit.
kid. You know,
Yeah,
I'm a shoot a nigga. I'm a punch a nigga. I'm a fight a nigga. I'm a smack a nigga.
It's
Then
very
you get about
common.
25 and realize there's huge consequences you can't afford from doing those actions.
Yeah, when you grow up a little bit.
Yeah,
and
so
you mature.
whether it's white people racist shit, that's how they are tough with theirs, and maybe they discriminate on the minorities or whatever. Maybe black people nowadays talk about licking blood off knives.
But
I don't fucking know.
Here's a question that I think can be triggering to people, and I'm going to ask it, and I'm going to propose this to the audience. Even while Metcalf participated or said some racist things, does he deserve death for that?
No,
There are people that will say yes to that question.
that's a dumbass person.
There are people listening or who will see this clip that will say, yes, that is justified
If
for
somebody
murder.
walked into your grandmama's house and shot them because she said white people smell like dog, you'd be mad.
Right. I'm not going to say what justifies murder. I think it's very, very little in this world that could justify murder. I need specifics in a scenario to say my opinion on it, but I don't think being racist or saying a racist thing, especially for young people who we know to be full of testosterone, dumb, say dumb shit, like what we just talked about, is not means for
Hey, you know how
murder.
we know it's wrong?
What's that?
The fuck is 18-year-olds did it.
Yes, 18-year-olds that young, they do stupid shit all the time. They say
They
stupid
know
shit all the time.
normally that doesn't involve murder.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what are we doing here? Where's the adults in the room? There's no justification for murder. I'm sorry.
And
There might be, but
No,
Not
no,
that.
it's
Not-
very
I'm not
rare,
saying
very,
that as
very
I'm saying-
rare. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you.
You know-
But it goes back to it's like once again being tricked out your morality. They gave you a second run media tour of all of this shit just for everybody to go back in there swearing up and down this is the goal to get the boy off, but it won't. It's just to make him look worse.
Yeah.
And this is what you walk away from. You will martyr these people.
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't the time. But once again, woke 2.0 come back around. Something like that will be the
Yeah.
next George Floyd.
Woke 2.0, yeah. I think Woke 2.0, I think this DSA, Democratic Socialist stuff, is going to hit. There's already so many people supporting socialism in that regard. They think it's a better system. We should probably do a whole show on why we think it's not.
We should do a research thing this week all together about socialism because
Tear it
socialism
down
kills a
from
lot.
tear it down from the ground up and give our perspective on why it is really not something Americans
They don't teach it.
should be like looking forward to.
Did they teach you any of that? Did you take any college courses?
For what?
Anything.
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember in none of my schooling, even TV or entertainment that makes you want to interested in watching something. I've never known anything. I had to look it up. Mao. If you everybody want to look up socialism and communism and see how dangerous that is, just look up what Mao was.
Yeah,
China.
this is my theory on why this is becoming popular in this country. Now, if you look at how America has spread democracy to other countries, destabilized other countries, and input democracy, not infiltrated, but created democracy in other countries. That is our form of government. That is our way of life, and that is our means of, influencing the rest of the world. Now think about China, communist countries and all that. Now they're doing the same to us here. They're not doing it kinetically with bombs and guns and soldiers, but they've wiggled in somehow and they started to infiltrate the minds of young America and Americans. And they're kind of doing the same thing here. So like how we spread democracy, whether you agree with it or not, right? We are being infiltrated psychologically with the mindset of socialism and communism and trying to push that out here.
without the understanding of what those things mean.
Yes.
And you're not getting rid of capitalism. Let's make sure you know that.
yes.
So if for all you geniuses that are out here saying this capitalism is the reason why
Right.
socialism doesn't work in America, America's never getting rid of capitalism. So
We can't. It's saying things like we need to seize the means of production. What?
stupid. Telling rich people you want to give them a wealth tax. You know what's funny too? What I learned recently, the ones that aren't paying their fair share in taxes, the people that they're talking about, those are the ones that don't own businesses.
Yes, they don't know the first thing. They've I
The
understand.
business owners and shit, like
Yeah,
Marriott, all them, they're paying taxes.
They've lived under poverty and they've and I understand the mindset, but you need to understand, in a capitalist world, you can work your way out and climb out of poverty and the middle class. You can't do it in socialism. You can't do it in communism. You can't do it in those other systems. And I guess it depends on the person. Like, do you even have ambition? Do you want more? Do you want to earn more for your family? Do you want to become more and do things? And if you don't, a lot of people, I feel like they just want to be mediocre, and that's fine. Stay mediocre.
Yeah.
But don't push a program or a government system that would take
And
that freedom from other people who are ambitious and
wanna-
motivated and want to do more and be more in their life.
Do you ever notice that socialism is always a rich, powerful motherfucker always trying to get you to give up everything for free? And then on top of that, those same people screaming and hollering socialism and communism, those same people, heaven forbid they come across some money and have to learn how to pay taxes for the first time, be the first people screaming and hollering against it.
Yeah.
And it's on. And once again, those rules will not apply. Like those same oligarchs and all that shit you think won't survive that shit, they will exist because they won't be in this fucking country.
Yeah, they're not gonna deal with this shit.
You know, there are countries that exist right now that have socialists in it, and they leave that country to come to somewhere else. Socialism sounds so pretty to people because young people don't have shit. And once again, it's making it a little bit easier for them to have this argument because it's harder for them to have shit.
Well, their mindset is, I want to take from those who have and give to me. Yeah, I like that system because I don't have shit.
They don't have shit. But
Think about the energy, not the energy, but like the thinking behind that. You are okay with taking from someone else to give to you. What isn't that stealing?
stealing.
It's stealing.
And once again, dude, who's to say that won't be you? Like, I was a broke. I remember in the military, every 2 weeks I was coming home with like $3.94. For 2 weeks, I'd have to survive off of three. And prices ain't changed. I mean, some shit's changed a lot, but still, shit was still out of my reach then.
Yeah.
So for 2 weeks, I'm coming home with $200 in the United States Air Force, and y'all trying to tell, like, I know it's bad, but shit, nigga, I'm okay now. Like, and I'm not saying, and I'm not that smart. I ain't that smart, and I ain't that rich, but I'm okay. If I can be okay, there's a motherfucker out there that's good. I mean, just, you're not gonna be a rapper at 21.
Just apply.
You're not. I mean, you
Or
you
35.
might be, but that college degree you got might be the best thing to propel you towards. I mean, or whatever the fuck it is, the trade.
Yeah,
or
you can
something.
start a plumbing business, a painting business. There's mad people that start trade businesses and make decent money, decent living.
But they want to get you out of that thought process. They don't. You don't ever hear anything about how great. Remember, you used to have TV shows, movies, and stuff that teach you, like, oh yeah, I want to be a cop. Oh, I want to be an actor. Or I want to be something. Like, now you have nothing that's forthcoming about it, and the comfortabilities of America. I guess where you really don't need it. So no one has an idea of what they want to be, unless it's for something financial. Like, I know I want to be a rapper because I make good money. I know
You
I
get
can,
bitches.
Yeah, get bitches
Fuck
or
hoes.
jury, or I know I want to be. In the tech industry because I want to make money. Like, it's no longer, it doesn't feel like I see many people or this country encourage people to be more than what they are.
Yeah, they want a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
They don't want people that
Just sit
aspire
at
to
home
be.
and let us give you money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Give me
take
money.
that money.
Take the money from the motherfuckers that got the money. Seize the means of production. You know what I'm saying? What else they
They
be
want to
pushing?
take people's houses.
Get rid of the Constitution. Distinguish
Police.
the Constitution. Oh, get rid of jails.
Jails, that's so
We don't
dumb.
want no jails. But then when you ask them, okay, what about if someone does a crime? How we gonna deal with that?
What about the poor people who can't afford to move from there if this doesn't work?
Yeah.
See, that's the part that really gets me because the rich people will just leave. It's New York City, I'll leave. But
Yeah.
then when you open up these borders and these people fuck up, like I saw a meeting with the DSA cabinets and they're just having their talking points and I'm just like, yeah, none of you squishy people will be here. Like, all you motherfuckers will be gone. There'll be
think-
somebody in the Bronx suffering from the bullshit you get, you know, and then you don't have prisons and they're the ones that have to deal with it. I'm sick of hearing rich
I think this is the goal of democratic socialists. Not the people pushing it because they don't know no better. I think the people at the top, they want a Mad Max post-apocalyptic society with no police, no prison, no jails, no structure. They just want Mad Max out there. And this is how you trick people and deceive them into pushing Mad Max.
Yeah,
A Mad
yeah.
Max society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Wild West type shit. Just take what you want. Crime rampant.
guess who loves the Northeast and shit like that? Them Epstein types. if I can make New York this Vegas cesspool if I want to, or whatever, human trafficking can happen. And like I said, I feel like that's the true cover. I'd like to believe it's not, but sometimes when I hear about the depravity of some cities, I feel like I think about the guy that tried to meet up with that girl from Israel. He was like looking at an underage girl. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you can make little laws like they make in LA and Las Vegas and New York to kind of protect these perverts and shit like that.
Yeah.
And even if it is just like, it gives you, this law gives a pervert an extra day to get on the airplane if he has to go talk to his aunt or something.
Or fly to Israel.
Yeah, or fly to Israel or some shit. You make that shit. Like, look at some of the obscure laws that get passed in California or New York or even your local state. Why is that being passed? And like I said,
who's it benefiting?
Yeah, who's it benefiting? And not only that, like, who's to say? One thing, like I said, I hate to keep going back to the Epstein files, but in the Epstein files, they talked a lot about a lot of activity of child fucked up shit happening in New York, whether it was great child fights in clubs in Manhattan. So if you pass some of these laws that might protect kids, or like these socialist things where, like you said, society falls apart, and the
That's the
perverts
goal,
will be
bro.
right there.
I think that's the goal for some people. Some elitists, they want chaos and Mad Max and post-apocalyptic, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Not in our timeline.
Oh no.
It's good to see it though. It's good to see the little chess pieces moving here and there, and you see where they want things to go.
And then see it get blocked. I think that's
Yeah.
the way it is. I think they try, they get blocked. Then they try another way, get blocked. I don't think any of these major things come to fruition unless someone's really falling asleep at the wheel.
I don't think Sharia law is gonna come here and start chopping heads off if you don't convert.
Nah, not why I got that fofo.
Yo, we got too many guns. That's why they keep trying to take the guns from us.
Yeah. And you know it's funny too. I mean, all you liberals keep forgetting this. It's always these Arab, Pakistani, and fucking Muslims that are really pushing some of this anti-gun shit. And wonder why. But they don't say that for your legislators. The legislators it does not apply.
I wanted to ask you guys your opinion if Americans lack the ability to separate
They do.
judgment from race and politics.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Did you still streaming too?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we go do the record.
Go. That's a good one. Race too. I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to let go of race. I think we gotta hold on to it for some fucking reason. And damn, but I the race part really is a fucking no. Judgment. We've always had issues with people having shitty judgment. We just don't know the numbers.
It's not about having the judgment. It's about separating your judgment from race and politics. So, for instance, you see somebody breaking the law, and if
it's a
you're
black
look-
person,
if you're trying to justify why they would do it, maybe you're looking at their race. Maybe you're looking at the fact that they don't have the same opportunities as other people, instead of looking at it like, no, you broke the law, and it stays there.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. And I think that because politics isn't as important as the other side to these people. I think politically, for people like us, I think even if we don't know everything, politics is probably the bigger of everything. So I'm going to probably start doing that.
Yeah.
And everything else comes after, like judgment. Like if I had to use my judgment or think of like how I'm going to perceive this, it's not as important as what actually happened. You're passing a law that's like this. Or no, let's just use Lindsay Clancy, whatever her name. You kill 4 kids. My
3.
judgment is out the window. I'm not even at judgment yet. I'm at politically. You kill somebody, you're going to jail. Law,
I think
going to jail.
people tend to give justification and passes if they feel like they can relate with somebody. So like, for instance, Lindsay Clancy, white women who may have suffered from postpartum, maybe even thought of killing their own kids, but didn't, right? Maybe they can relate with her. So that's why they're up in arms. Like, I know, support. Same thing with black people. A black person shoots somebody else, they're a black person too. So they're like, I see, I'm from the hood too. I've been in those situations, so I understand. Give them a pass. But that's where you use your emotion and your identity, your perceived identity, and you can't pass judgment. So like with the Jedi, right? Ben Kenobi, there was a part in the Clone Wars where Ben Kenobi was like, I can't go over there. I can't go to Mandalore and help the Mandalore people because I'm needed here, and I can't use my emotions to cloud my judgment.
Yeah.
Clouded judgment, right? If you're emotional about a topic or a subject or a scenario, you don't have clear judgment because you're emotionally compromised.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree. Most Americans have clouded judgment when it comes to something they feel like they can relate to or they may understand. And I'm not saying you don't have to have those emotions and feel for people, but when it comes to like a black and white murder or whatever the case have you, like your judgment could be clouded. And I think, you should look at the facts more so than the race, the gender, and all these things.
You take your emotion, and I think it's probably easier for men because we have to deal. I'm not taking this away from women, but men have to deal on a level of logic that does not allow.
Yeah, we're more logical.
It does not allow for you to be judgmental. Like, I'm not being judgmental of this bitch. You killed 3 kids. Yeah, you need to start slinging something at me to make me have to understand
or
this.
cater to your emotion. Be like, but she was sick. Oh, but she was depressed. Oh, and that could work for people that lean towards their emotions more so than logic. And that's basically the play towards the Democrat and liberals. Like they tend to cater to emotional arguments more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And
I still think that's just a very feminine tactic.
It is.
Because the only reason why your emotions get yourself so wrapped up is because you're not getting your way or someone's not agreeing with you, and that's most of politics. Mm-hmm. So then you're like, and maybe that might explain why some stuff is very regressive with people. You don't grow in that type of world. You don't grow in a world where you can let those things, like, you can let anything sway your facts.
Yeah.
Like your excuses, your judgments, your emotions, like all that stuff should be kind of secondary to the facts. And I don't think they let it. And I think it's always something to make you kind of stay the way you are.
And we know this, again, and using Karmelo Anthony, we know this for a fact. If it was a white kid that stabbed a black kid, all those people that are for Karmelo and saying let him off they wouldn't say those things. They wouldn't say, let him off, right?
Yeah.
Because you relate. Mm-hmm. And black people will get put in jail more than white people, and white people are racist, and all these things and all these emotional arguments. Oh, let him off for stabbing a white kid. The white kid started the fight. The white kid is racist, and you justify it. Mm-hmm. Flip the races, and then you're on the other side. Oh, this white racist kid stabbed the black kid. He needs to go to jail forever. And you would make the argument based on the race of the individuals involved. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's emotional judgment.
Yeah, and it's sad. It really is sad because you look at all these topics, it's kind of the way all that goes. But once again, you know what you can get rid of that probably will help with some of this? Media. If you actually held the media somewhat accountable where they're giving you information that you could process to make a better decision, but they're just telling you this. They're giving you all the information with AOC to make you feel away because she's single, blah, 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 it's something to talk about. Stephen A. Smith, no one gives a shit about. We want you to feel some type of way because he works as a black person that supports this group. Lindsay Clancy, no one gives a fuck that she killed these people, but all of a sudden it's fucking news. But we want to make sure you know, can you separate your judgment from the politics? No, you can't, you immoral piece of shit. We know who we can argue. We know who we can send it to. So I feel like all this, even Karmelo Anthony, this is all done news. None of this is stuff that is like really that pertinent, but this is what's running our algorithms.
Yeah, I saw a headline this week. Supposedly, I forgot the guy's name. Trump was upset about the naming of one of the ships. It was supposed to be a black guy. That was a historical. I forget his name. But the headline was basically, Trump wants this ship named after him as opposed to this black sailor.
It's a wild boy. Trump is a wild boy.
But they make it about race, right? Yeah. It could have been maybe he thought he was going to get that ship named after him. Yeah. But then the headline is, it was supposed to be named after this black sailor. Trump wants the ship named after him. And do you think
Donald Trump cares a who?
I don't know. Whatever. Type in Trump.
Black World War II hero Doris Miller.
Yeah. So, but the way the headline is written is to be like, Trump doesn't want the ship to be named after the black person. He wants his name on it first.
Trump, if it was Trump's dad, grandpa, aunt, sister, cousin, wife, daughter, he would be pissed the fuck off.
I don't think the name of who was supposed to be there, or if it was a black or a white girl, whatever, would matter. Trump has an airport in Florida.
Yeah. He's half the reason why some of this shit's going on.
He wants his name on everything.
Yeah,
I don't think he particularly chose this boat that they were going to put this black guy's name to say, I want my name on that because it's a black guy.
With all the powers of the president, Donald J. Trump has the most authority than most presidents have ever had in history. You think he's mad because it's a black person? No, I want this ship named after me. Why the fuck is it not named after me? What do you mean I have to wait? You said there's a line? You said there's paper? No, there's no paperwork. He's from construction too?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's got an airport in Florida. We were driving to Florida, and I saw that Trump International Airport. I'm like, don't they usually name airports after dead presidents? How is this motherfucker alive and he's got a whole airport?
Donald fucking Trump. That's how. I swear, if I was president, that, like for anybody who becomes president now, it is scary because you actually seeing that. Oh yeah, you can kind of just do what the fuck you want, and I'm all for it. I mean,
I think they always did. I think the news just didn't report on those things.
Oh yeah.
Biden did what Obama did what he wanted. Biden did what he wanted.
Yeah, Bush did what he wanted.
What the news reports on is the key, right? When Obama's running around doing what he wants, the news is like, oh, we're not gonna talk about that. We'll talk about this thing over here that can be perceived well. Trump does it. Okay, he wants to put his name and erase this black man off the boat. Let's talk about that and let's put that out.
Oh, you want to hear some good content? Why don't the people who make flock cameras put up anything positive about them so that we'll turn around? They're not going anywhere. They've been around for God knows how long. Why doesn't anybody do anything positive about that to change?
Or talk about the benefits of it?
Yeah, the benefits of it.
Like,
why don't they just catch a rapist, that we've been looking for God knows how long as they're destroying our First and Second Amendment rights?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Eyes everywhere.
Eyes everywhere. I mean, when have eyes not been everywhere?
I'm fine. I don't really care about cameras. I just don't like the fucking speed, the speed cameras. If I take a red light and no cop around, you send me a ticket. That's some bullshit. That's constitutionally violating my constitutional rights.
I'm okay with that if you don't have cops. If you don't have cops that are giving out speeding tickets, I'm okay with that.
But we got cops.
And yeah, exactly. So if you have cops and you're giving me tickets,
I should have the freedom to run a red light without a fucking camera getting my license plate. Then on top of that, you don't know who's driving. It could have been my wife, could have been anybody. Like, it doesn't have to be me. Nobody pulled over and fucking checked my ID.
Man, you know what they get you on the Jersey Turnpike? If you were supposed to get to a certain place and it showed that you not showed, if you made it to a place that's impossible to get there at 55 miles an hour, they give you a ticket. That's crazy.
Oh, so they infer that you broke the law. They infer that you were speeding.
So when you go through the first gate, like the speed limit dictates how long it'll take you to get to the end
Exit.
of the turnpike. If you get there ahead of that, you were speeding.
Yeah. Crazy work. Yo, that shit, I got a ticket in Jersey one time. I was pissed. And
they did that to you?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I ain't gonna say what I was there for.
Wow. So they do the math. They're like, you can't get to this exit.
But the solution is get rid of. You'd have all the reason for flock cameras. Get rid of people, or don't even get rid of police. Make it so their job. Why would you put a police officer in harm's way for a speeding ticket or fucked up registration? Make those cameras, if they can do all that work, make them be able to get you a ticket on all that. Then people just go to speed limit. If you don't, mail the shit out. Then you save the cost for whatever. And then when you really want to, fire.
The reason why this unconstitutional is because you can't. The camera is basically the witness, and you're supposed to face your witness or be able to.
You can't prove the person.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to face your prosecutor or whatever in a court of law. They're supposed to be like, who is the person that said this, and prove your case. You know what I'm saying? Again, a picture of a car and a license plate is not proof you were the driver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have switched with your wife and she was driving, but you get the ticket because the car is in your name. That should be automatic void.
Frank, it sounds like it's unconstitutional because you don't like it. That's
it is super unconstitutional.
Like.
I should be able to face my accuser in a court of law and show your evidence why. Like, but if a cop pulls you over and they check your ID, okay, that's you.
I think more of like their rationale. Like every time you pull somebody over, you're exposing an employee to some form of risk. I don't understand. I agree. I agree. But if you want to minimize and mitigate risks, and you're smart as a business owner, if one cop costs $70,000 a year, you put up 2 of those fucking cameras that cost you $40,000 a year. You got 2 cops doing.
I agree. It pays for itself, and it's a huge revenue
for the state.
Yeah. Huge revenue, but do we see that money? Do they put that money in the rolls and all that? No, that's lining the company's pockets, whoever owns the cameras.
Yeah. The system.
Whatever. So fuck it. Fuck the speed cameras. You heard, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that turnpike. I never heard that shit till today. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Jersey Turnpike is crazy. Yeah. I think they do it once you go get into Massachusetts too. Massachusetts is the whole thing. All their door frames are like 4'11". Shout out to Massachusetts. All right.
Yeah, so
We
we'll
got
just
some
add
good
that.
extras.
We'll add that
Yeah,
somewhere.
I was just throwing extra shit out there. I heard that thought the other day about the flock cameras, and I was like, that's true. Like, if I would notice that they're giving shit about something that's already and never going anywhere, I'd be like, oh no. Like, data centers make you $7 million a week. Hey, flock cameras save about 100 people's lives a week. You know, whatever it is, why don't
Sell
they
it to us.
Yeah, sell it to us. The fact that you're not selling it to us, but you're letting us know that motherfuckers are tearing shit down to get to them.
Yeah.
Niggas still be out here raping and killing, B. Like, figure out what that shit's about.
Yeah, if you catch missing kids or like use it to catch terrorists or kidnappers and things, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Or it's just a fucking psyop.
Yeah, loud and wrong.
Loud and wrong.
If you're on the Rumble, thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for watching.
Appreciate it. Go ahead, hit the subscribe, hit the comment, hit the like, share, all the things.
Grab it.
YouTube, this will come out in a few hours on Spotify, iTunes, all the podcast platforms. On YouTube, we'll cut the clips out later this week. If you see a clip, please like, share, subscribe, all the things.
Share.
Check out the store. We got the loudandwrong.merch store. It's loudandwrong.info/merch. We got shirts, hats, cups, sweaters.
Support our shit.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys again this week. Wonderful week. Please like, subscribe, like Frank said. And if you need anything, ask Frank. He's rich.
No, this is the rich guy right here. Remember, sue him. He's the one that wants the lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. You can come with me with the lawsuits.
Yeah,
I'm not
him up.
paying. I'm not paying.
On that note, episode 13.
Later, dude.
Appreciate you.